It is open, my friends, while toils have yet to begin. Laughter we had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Welcome back to Nightbane, the campaign where we find out everyone wants a piece of Earth and we don't know why. Extra little special there.
It's gonna turn
For
into
those of you in
beatboxing.
the know, you know. For the rest of you, get in the know. Anyway. Last campaign, we talked to the mechanoids. We learned their back history. We learned a lot of history about vampires, the back history of vampires, where they come from. We learned that Earth is in danger from them just as much as it's in danger from everybody else, maybe even more so. Who knows? We did seem to come off on friendly terms with the mechanoids. It's more like the mechanoids just don't see you as a threat, period, but if you can provide them with some information that might be helpful, they'll take it. We left off where the mechanoids have given Lawrence a communications device and some ammo, but they left Lawrence in the building on the island with the mechanoids still there because they don't know if they want to bring the communication device, which probably can be tracked, back to their camp. The problem is we don't know at this exact moment where else we can take it. We can find places, which will take time. Do you want to just leave it there, or do you want to take a chance and bring it back to camp and then find some place and move it and then move camp again? Hard to say. What do
Here's
you
a
got to do?
question. Can we bring a mirror that we walk through the mirror? Could Lawrence go through the mirror, taking that mirror with him to camp?
No. Not the mirror. Not you can't take the mirror itself that you're walking through the mirror.
Okay.
You could probably take another mirror through, but yeah, the portal has to remain.
Well, this is just Ox talking, and I don't know everything. I don't know that much.
Or we just close the mirror and leave Lawrence there.
That's not an option for me, but I don't think we should put full trust in these mechanoids. And as such, I do not think we should bring this communicator here. That being said, it's obviously a very valuable tool as far as, communicating with a very powerful species, entity, thing. So we can't get rid of it. So this is what I would suggest. I think that Millie and myself should go back through the mirror. And we should get Lawrence, start walking. And meet up at a different mirror. Now, we probably need to take Silas as well. Need to take Silas also. And look for a mirror after potentially, if the mechanoids ever stop following us, we can just find one, just manually searching, so we don't have to bring it here. That's my thoughts. I don't know if it's the best choice, but it's all I got. Anybody else?
Well, given where you are, where the object is right now, you're gonna have a hard time. I mean, you're gonna have a time getting it through town. Not saying it's impossible. It just will be a time to get it through town. But this finding a mirror, do you know what type of undertaking that's going to be? Because I mean, you're going to go so far away from town, and then you're going to have to start breaking into every building you see.
You're right, and your words there just made me think. Let's just leave it in this building. It's seemingly a empty barn on an empty island.
Just hide it somewhere?
Yeah, we dig a hole in the ground. Something like that.
Okay.
And then when we need to communicate, we'll come back to that place. Dial him up. I'm sure Lawrence won't like it because he won't be able to fiddle it with it, but you can probably send him back here whenever he wants, I imagine. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, you better send me back, because I'll have to convince Lauren or Lawrence or carry him through or something.
Do you want Silas to go back?
Sure. I assume that the mechs will still be there, but it'd be best to know, if possible.
Yeah. Are you going to tell them what you're doing?
I mean, they'll just see what we're doing, so I can think about it.
Okay. Well, Isabella definitely agrees we don't want to bring it here, but...
Okay, very good. I assume I don't... Is the barn... Is it actually a barn? Is it a dirt ground?
Trying to look at the picture better, but... Can't
Yeah, there's
really...
no street view to give us a good idea.
Yeah,
There's
there's
no
no
street.
street. I'm just trying to see if there's a concrete foundation that it's built on.
That could very easily just be a barn, as far as I can tell.
Let's just call it a barn with a dirt floor, just to make it
Great.
easy.
It's
I
got
won't bother
the
bringing a shovel.
typical barn tiling to the top, so... that or it's a meat factory.
So...
The one thing
All
I
right.
would say...
So I'll go back with Silas. You still here, Silas?
Yeah.
Sure. Lawrence.
He's sitting on a box.
Had a discussion. And it's been decided that this building will be the keeper of the communication device. And that you're welcome to come back here at any point to utilize it. But I'll just make a bit of a hole, and he'll use his big limbs to...
Wait!
dig out
What
a
are
hole.
you doing? Why are you doing that?
To hide it in?
Ox. This is an abandoned barn. I'm sitting on a box. There's a pile of rope over there. No one comes here.
Oh, well, I figured it was an important thing, so best be sure. But
Yeah, so just put in, like, the box or something.
All right, you've convinced me.
That and
Oh,
I'm
you're gonna leave the ammo here too?
ammo. No, that's coming with me.
Ooh, hold it. The box is full of ammo.
Yeah, I'm taking the box with me.
Okay, I thought you were saying put the communication device in the box.
Oh
That's
no,
the only
this
box I
box.
know of
Oh
that is
no,
here.
there's a hypothetical just
Like,
wooden box or
is
crate
this
that was
just like
already
a
in the barn.
completely empty barn with nothing in it and around?
I don't know. What did the dice gods say? Percentage of dice, please.
Ah. 6.
Dang it. Yeah, there's another wooden crate box there.
They kept going in sequences. 96, 51, then 6. Am I gonna get a high on the next one?
Good. I'll
Find
remember
out.
that for next time when I decide, should they attack? Roll again. No.
Yeah, choose me. They might.
Okay, you find another box and you put it in.
There we go. Well,
How big is this ammo container?
The size of an ammo container.
I don't. Could he easily hold the ammo
1
in his
foot.
arms?
1 foot by what, 4 inches wide by about 8 inches tall. That the way
Okay.
they usually are? I
In
don't
that
know.
case,
about that, yeah.
Just for
Yeah.
certainty, why don't we just take the ammo out of the box and carry the ammo?
I'm gonna say no.
What
Can't do
is?
that?
What is? What? Why? You know what? Here. Just pulls out. What am I looking at when I pull out this piece of this? One of these ammo, bullet, and shell things.
Okay. So I'm sorry, I was figuring out the size. I was really, really close about the size of an ammo box.
Really?
10
Nice.
inches by 3.75 by 7.
Yeah. You were really close. 2.5 over. 1 over.
And second question. Okay. Well, when you pull out a bullet, you are definitely looking at a 7.62 rifle round. And the bullet itself is wooden.
No. Oh, anti-vampire rounds. Nice.
And there's approximately
How many are there?
it says it can be up to 500 rounds.
Holding one of these
So
rifle
we'll
rounds
just say 500 rounds.
and showing it to Ox. I'm like, you want to hold roughly 500 rounds of these individually?
I suppose not. Let's go.
And before he's gonna think about putting the bullet back, and then he's gonna stop and he'll look at Silas and say, they still sticking around?
Haven't moved.
I'm gonna turn to the ward that was the proximate area of where they were. Like, by the way, just an interesting fact, this is how I reload. And I'm gonna shove the bullet into my skin.
Eh. Nothing happens.
Whew,
I mean,
tingly.
no reaction from them. you load the bullet into yourself. You now know you have this bullet. It's in your inventory system that we've created. You can choose to fire it at any time. Of course, I don't know. How many other bullets do you have in your inventory system at the moment?
I had 36 others of a capacity of 100, so I now have 37.
Okay.
There we go. All right.
For your information, if you're looking at the bullet sheet, treat it as rubber.
Rubber.
7.62 rifle rubber.
Nice.
So
As far
2
as
damage.
I can, and as far as I can tell as well, there's nothing else unique or different about it. Lighter weight than usual.
Weight wise, okay. Do you want to do this here or after you get back to camp?
After we get back to camp.
Okay.
I think the
Let's
initial
get back to camp.
thought process would be more so just proving the point to Ox of unloading this box is insanity.
Trying to carry 500 single non-contained rounds back through the mirror. Well, let's just throw them through the mirror and see what happens.
If it was a chain of, like, for the LMG that you'd see, maybe more reasonable. They're all connected, at least.
Yeah. These are just loose rounds. Okay. You head back through the mirror. As soon as you guys are through, Tanya shuts the mirror off. Isabel asks Silas, did any come through? He says no. They didn't ever change their position or approach like they were attempting to come through.
I thought they were nice.
Okay.
Well, they certainly gave you things that you liked.
So, Isabel goes, now, everyone, pick up something. We're moving. Right here, right now. Camp's moving. Just to be safe.
Getting the move on. Assisting.
Get that move
Getting the move on. So, this was at night. This will take until morning, at least, to move probably a little bit into the morning. Isabel says chances are probably shouldn't have class today because everyone's going to want to maybe sleep.
Sleeping's a good idea. That was intense.
This is now May 7th. Moving camp. After camp is moved,
Yeah, after we get done moving the camp, Lawrence and Silas and I will present to Isabella and whoever else the full conversation with mechanoids, special emphasis on the vampires and such, so that they have that all that info.
well, most of the camp is present, so everyone's curious. And as you can probably guess, the mood is not that great after hearing that type of information. It's like, oh, we thought we could just ignore the vampire, focus on the Night Lord problem. But now you're saying at any moment, some extra dimensional alien could decide to wipe life off of Earth, and there are more than one here. Hey,
Macarena.
Indeed. So the situation is potentially dire, but it was dire a long time ago, apparently. And there are we have strong allies in this particular fight. So that should be of some value to us. I'm going to reach out to OK. Hopefully, I'm going to try and see if Fio knows anything. If anybody else has contacts that they could reach out to, either about the vampires or about other.
only you had an expert, somebody that was versed in finding other dimensions.
Do we have that?
Not a skill that I don't think anybody has.
No. Well, they might have heard word of it. I don't know. They were also interested in other sort of supernatural beings that weren't Nightbanes and weren't vampires. Anybody know anything about that?
Tell them about the Night Lords, the Night Lord beings that are here on Earth.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's one thing, I suppose.
Yeah.
We do have some things to bring to the table next time we talk to them. Kind of creepy, I guess.
Okay.
Well, it'd be good if we can learn some more, because what we have is kind of useless, because we don't understand a lot of it either.
Indeed.
It is interesting what they said about Earth being an anomaly.
Could
About
explain
supernatural
why they-
beings, because to me, it's always been this way.
Well, they're fourth dimensional. Is time really a factor to them?
To the mechanoids?
Yeah, it's just
Probably.
a thought, because we as, I'm going to say humanoids, even though some of us aren't quite humanoid, naturally consider time to be a factor of everything. What if you ever ran into a creature where time isn't a factor? How would they perceive things?
I don't know. Go talk to Anubis. I mean,
Who's that?
I don't know. I think the best person to ask a question like that would probably be the mechanoids. Because right now, traveling to other dimensions is not something anyone's ever done or thought of. Besides going to the Nightlands, which is technically another dimension. But time on the Nightlands works the same as times on Earth. But maybe they know more about time. You'd have to ask them.
I don't know. I don't have any ideas right now.
Let's go to sleep. Maybe we'll get some.
We
Okey-doke.
sleep in the morning.
Yeah, perfect time for sleep.
You don't have to sleep. I mean,
Ox will, I don't know,
sunbathe.
try to focus his mind whilst falling asleep to try to contact OK.
Okay. Give me a
Okay.
Give me a percentage roll.
22?
Nope.
Ah.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, I think no.
No
Okay.
contact. Hmm?
He said okay. Well, I think he means no okay.
No, okay. Maybe you should try going to Oklahoma to contact him.
Whoa, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains.
Okay.
Okay. We could spin this for the next half hour now. Okay. Don't you know? Anyway, so Ox is sleeping / meditating, trying to reach out to OK, not having any. Lawrence, you gonna study your bullets?
Yes. Study the bullets, try to compare some material strengths, deduce whether or not this is anything unique compared to what you would normally find on Earth. Aside from the point that it's a wooden bullet, which I think is pretty unique to begin with.
The fact that it's a wooden bullet, that's very unique. Any gunsmith types out there, which I'll include, kind of like Lawrence's little field, for practical purposes, a wooden bullet would be totally useless.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have enough mass to be a projectile. It wouldn't be accurate beyond 10 feet, no matter how it was fired, practically. Looking at one of these bullets, the bullet that you can see of it is definitely wooden. The shell casing, you cannot identify what metal the shell casing might be by looking at it. It has a strange coloration to it. Weight-wise, yeah, it feels like a 7.62 weight would be. You don't feel anything different about weight. What else? How else are you going to try and determine something about this bullet?
I'm gonna try to scratch either of the materials with the sharpened edge of a rock.
No luck. On the casing or the wood.
I'm gonna get some pliers. I'm gonna try to take a bullet apart.
Okay. Give me a percentage roll. Time to roll high. As a small explosion happens in camp.
25.
Nice, not bad. No, you cannot separate it.
Right. Well, that's cool. I'm pretty sure this is made of different materials that we won't even find on this dimension. Whoa. He's then going to proceed to put 19 more in so that he has a total of 20 of these things.
Yeah. Do you have a gunsmith roll? Or a gunsmith skill?
There is a... Hang on, there is something for that, actually. I was just looking at it. I believe the answer is yes. Weapons engineer.
That'll work. Give me that roll. Tell me how much you beat it by.
Weapons engineer. Yeah. What was that other one I was looking at? That was too high. Huh? Yeah, I don't think mechanical engineer would apply at all for this. No.
No,
Yeah,
the thought
that's
doesn't come to you.
another 96. Which
Nope.
my weapons engineer is 38. If we were doing Cthulhu, that would be a critical failure.
No problem. Nope. Nothing. I mean, the target I'm going for, but what's your IQ?
20.
It's just too high. Can't give it to you. Sorry.
No worries.
Okay. You load 20 of those bullets total into you. What else? Are you doing anything else for the day? Gonna go to sleep? Gonna go test fire? You know you want to.
He does want to, but he doesn't want to do it nearby camp. It stops sound as well, right?
The shroud does, yes.
Who in our list would like to know? You know what? He's going to go to sleep. And
Okay.
then when they wake up, get Ox for the test firing.
Oh, he's gonna shoot Ox. Okay.
Oh no, he's not going to shoot Ox. He wants there to be a witness.
Okay. Go for it. In the afternoon, late afternoon, Lawrence comes and wakes you up, Ox. Says, let's
Knock,
go
knock,
hunting. No.
I should be immune to those bullets, seemingly, but we'll give it a try.
Hang on. I don't want to shoot you. No. I just want someone to come
I
in.
know. I was making a
Okay.
bit of a joke because they're
Cool.
made out of wood and I'm a tree.
Okay, so, you know that whole principle of the fact that thingy that we had, it looks like aluminum, but it's not aluminum. It's just a higher density property. I'm pretty sure these are the same thing. So, higher denser property, still wood blitz right through you.
It seems right.
So let's go test it.
All right, right behind you.
Describe to me how you're gonna set up this test. What are you gonna shoot?
It's gonna shoot a tree. It's gonna go to the other side of the zone, so that we are away from people. But he'll probably actually let Isabel know that he's gonna test out the ammunition as well, see what it can do.
Okay.
Explain his theory to her as well. But
Okay.
he's
What
gonna.
kind of tree? Looking for anything in particular? Sapling? Old man,
Maybe
5
one
foot
that's
thick? No.
like 2 feet. Don't want to do a sapling. I want to do a decent sized one.
2 feet thick? Okay. It just doesn't matter. I was going to get ready to look up how much it would have. Oh, I will. Da, 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 da. Um. Wow. 600. Okay. Your 2-foot tree. It's still writing. Will you stop writing? I love it. You ask it a question and it writes 10 pages of information. So, you found a nice old 2-foot tree, 2-foot thick tree in diameter. How far away from the tree are you going to be?
Well, I've got the sniper trait. I think 500 feet isn't unreasonable.
Okay.
A good distance. Lawrence is kind of anticipating the tree a couple of responses. Either something very disappointing of his theory being wrong, and the bullet just shredding in a couple of feet, or he's correct, and at that distance the tree will probably still explode.
Roll to hit. Can't wait till you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4.
That'll be funny.
Critical miss. We're on the critical miss table.
Arm explodes. Oh dear. I rolled a 5.
So close. Oh,
I really tried.
poor. I really wanted the bullet to explode inside you. You know.
Oh.
Well, luckily that tree doesn't move. So a 5 will hit it. 500 feet away. But you all have excellent vision. So
2,000 feet of dark vision. And binocular vision, too. I can zoom in on things. Wait. No, it's not zoom. Is it infrared? I should probably read that again.
do you have binocular vision?
Telescopic sight.
Telescopic
with
sight,
high-powered binoculars, yeah. And polarized filters.
Yeah,
My
great.
eyes are dope.
Yeah. Well, what do you think happened? Yeah. Not the whole tree, but, you know, a good section of where you hit around it just splintered, and of course the rest of the tree fell. But it splintered a good 2-foot, 3-foot section. Actually, 2-foot to 2-foot. Let's make it 6-foot section of the tree. Splintered almost to sawdust. And the next tree, and the next tree, and the next tree, and the next tree. And if you take time to explore, maybe a couple miles later, it stopped going through trees and rocks and anything else that got in the way.
Seems like we should maybe try to recover that bullet if we can.
Or move. Because you just got a straight line. Hey, we're here.
That's a lot more efficient than I thought it was going to be.
So if you want to do the math on it, the tree had 600 NDC.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Converting its damage down, you did 20,000 NDC damage. That's like 3% of the max capacity of the tree. So theoretically, it could go for a while before the kinetic energy would have been spent.
Whew. Okay. I'm gonna call those my MFBs right now.
Ox is going to try to follow the trail and try to find that bullet.
But the bullet's definitely going to be outside of the shroud.
That's okay. I'm a tree.
Yeah.
I'm a tree. I'm a tree. I'm a tree. I'll make sure I have the cartridge for that as well. Should we ever get smithing capabilities?
Yeah. About that. Give me a percentage roll and a perception roll.
Oh,
Lawrence.
you know what? These are all different. So I can roll them all at the same time.
Yes, you can.
That's a 57 on the percentage roll. That's my perception. That's 4. And that's a 18 on the perception roll.
Okay. Now, this is something we haven't established before, so I'll let you establish this now. What happens to spent cartridges? Do you eject or do you keep inside?
I figured they'd get
Ejected?
ejected. Because
I would.
I would hope they would get
Yeah.
ejected, otherwise I'm introducing some weird element into my body.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay,
mean, I
great.
already am,
That's
but...
what I expected. So, when this bullet fired through your rifle arm, it did not cause you damage, but it felt very, very different. And you're positive no cartridge was ejected.
Oh! I think the cartridge was the ignition. Oh, that's cool. Really efficient, too.
Ox, I will also need a percentage roll and a perception roll from you for finding the bullet.
Can I do something that isn't perception? Such as wilderness survival or something?
Wilderness survival does not correlate to finding bullets in my world.
How about detect concealment? I don't know if the probabilities are actually any better.
No, I think you're better just rolling perception.
All right, fair enough. We have a 23 on the percentile. We shall have 21 on perception.
Okay then, and the contested roll says, what do you know? You found the bullet.
All right.
You're able to dig it out of where it eventually stopped in a partial exploded tree. Do you have, what type of weapon skills do you have?
Me?
Yes.
Just basic hand-to-hand and wrestling, if you count that.
Did Lawrence go with him by any chance to find the bullet?
I mean,
Oh, I have cudgel blunt.
Yeah.
He
Nope,
probably-
not what I'm looking for.
he probably would have joined after realizing that the cartridge was literally spent. he,
Cartridge was spent and gone.
he would have run to join to see what the state of the bullet was when it was found. So
Okay.
yeah, I think he is with Ox.
I need a weapons engineering roll and an intelligence roll. Or a weapons engineering roll and a basic math roll.
So wait, they would be separate roles, right?
Separate rolls.
Let's do the weapons engineering. That's mechanical. Oh, that's the same. Oh, that's a 78. It's 40% over my weapons engineering.
That's okay. This is not a difficult target. That'll succeed.
Okay. Let's do basic math.
Unless you have advanced math.
I do have advanced math.
Oh, do advanced math.
It's not even that much of a percentage difference. I'll do advanced math. 2! Which is
Okay.
56 below my advanced math.
Okay, great. Just because Lawrence needs something else to have his mind blown on.
He needs to be broken again.
So you're helping Ox dig out this bullet off this last tree. And you come to a realization as you do the head. The bullet never dropped a millimeter in 2 miles.
So,
Yeah,
he's digging it from a few feet higher
higher.
than... Because get this, everyone, all right? This is revolutionary for your viewers. The Earth is round.
Earth is not flat.
It's not flat. It's round, which means the equator would have shifted in that time frame, so it would be a little higher. Maybe a few inches. Well, no, it's a few miles. Whoa. I'm not going to do the math. There is an equation for
it's
that,
not-
but it would be higher. Whoa, that's cool. And also really disturbing. Oh, snap. So I have a name for these bullets now. They're called the Last Resort.
Why's that?
Well, let's see if I can dumb it down. When you're shooting from long distance, you need to plan for drop. So, like, when you hear those tales of a sniper who shot someone 2 miles away, that bullet basically just fell on the person. It didn't actually hit them head on. It falls. So they're like shooting at an angle. It's the same thing with artillery. When you're barraging something, you're shooting at an angle. This didn't have an angle.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are also going to have a little bit of a challenge digging it out, but you dig it out. Because I asked how much a bullet would rise in a 2 mile trajectory if it was not affected by gravity or anything like that. Gravity, wind, nothing affected this bullet. It would rise 15 feet.
Because I don't know if you could tell, Ox. Oh, Uncle Ox. I'm not that tall.
I'm pretty tall.
Oh, yeah, but that left me.
Mm-hmm.
If it dropped at all, it probably should have been in the ground, not in a tree.
pretty wild. Seems like it could be useful against a vampire. That's what you're getting at.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll go right through the vampire.
Seems good. Sounds like a first resort for vampires.
Unless we're in a populated area, then this could happen again. And I don't know what I'm hitting.
But I think a vampire is more dense than a tree. I don't know if I'm right about that. Wish we had a vampire to test it on.
We should find a vampire to test it on.
Jeez.
That's...
We have, if we can recall, there was that cabin when we first met them that we didn't go to.
Yeah, we could go say hello.
Right. There might be a mirror near there, I assume, near-ish.
True. And plus,
We
if
went
we're...
from running to looking for
to
trouble.
look- Plus, if we know their intentions correctly, then all we have to do is get into the area and they'll eventually pick up our scent and come find us. Because they kind of hate us. To be fair, we
True,
kind of
true.
hate them too.
And for a good test, maybe we can set it up so they come at us in like a line.
Let's waste
And
one
it could
bullet.
just be a pop, pop, pop.
Just to see, you know? We may, we should have asked the mechanoids if these actually killed the vampires, because as far as we know, they just come back. But this is a special thing, so
That's a good
Don't
point.
know.
We should have asked them a few more questions. I was
we
just
already asked them a
waiting.
bazillion. I felt
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
For all I know, they were getting angry.
Well, I mean, presumably it does something good against them. Because they gave it to us and their whole purpose is to kill vampires. So why would they have
True,
something
true.
that's not efficient at doing that?
True.
At the very
Well,
least.
seems good though.
Yeah, this seemed really good. Should we? We should probably tell Isabella about this, right? Like, the whole line leading to camp thing.
Well, I mean, we walked outside of camp.
Well,
Also got a line of destruction leading straight back to the camp.
yeah, a whole
But we shot
line.
it. I thought we shot it at. We went outside of camp and then shot it.
Yeah,
not?
yeah, that's the point. The line that the bullet went through on the trees is through trees outside of camp. So there's a line of destruction through the trees that goes straight to where camp is, because we were still inside camp when I shot.
Oh, we
So-
were still inside camp.
Yeah, because it blocks sound going out.
Okay, well, in that case, yeah, we probably should. In that case.
Just wakes up from moving camp. Hey, we gotta move camp. You're gonna
maybe
be
not.
popular. You're gonna be popular.
Popular.
Well, now we're the guys with the big old gun that can do things. / Lawrence is, and he likes me. So,
Yeah, I got the Doom equivalent of a BFG.
yeah. So I guess we'll go back, find Isabella. Isabella, Lawrence has something to confess.
Under the bus.
Just looks out like, what? Confess! No, we have a really efficient ammunition that can probably blow a lot of things to little pieces. The problem is that it's really efficient. It kind of shot through 2 miles worth of trees and had no drop. So there's 2 miles worth of trees destroyed right outside camp. Well,
So
not
we're
right
moving
out.
camp.
It's at the edge of our little...
So we're
So-
moving camp. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we're moving camp. Yeah. Wake everybody up. It's not up.
It's really good
Let's-
ammunition, though.
We're gonna have to move quite a bit this time, just to be away from that. Okay. join us next time to see what happens after we move for the second time in 2 days. But this time we're probably going to move a couple of miles just to be away from that line of destruction. But still, it does raise questions though. How to use this ammo, because you do want to prevent collateral damage, and in a city there might be quite a bit of collateral damage. So hey, last resort, first resort, shooting birds out of the sky. We'll see what happens, because shoot a bird out of the sky, the next thing you know, the International Space Station's coming down.
Because I accidentally shot that. So what a natural 20 will get me if I shoot up.
No, the natural 20 would, you crack the moon in half.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
End of the world. Bye, Lawrence. Single shot, one bullet. Yeah.
You've done it.
One
Join us
shot,
next time.
one world.
Thank you.
The end may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. May peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles and shouts.